Welcome to another episode of Investing Path, the series where we shine a light on the intricate realms of the investment world, guiding you through its maze with insightful analysis and expert advice. In today's episode, we dive into the volatile yet fascinating world of oil investments, a commodity that has shaped nations, driven wars, and influenced global politics. Oil stands as a testament to the power of natural resources in dictating the pulse of the global economy. As we unspool the intricate threads that bind the oil industry, you'll gain a deeper understanding of its financial intricacies, societal implications, and environmental impacts. Ever paused and pondered about that fascinating April day in 2020? A day when the energy sector literally turned upside down, when West Texas Intermediate futures took a nosedive, making history by hitting a jaw-dropping value of $0 per barrel. In fact, it went beyond the zero mark, closing at a staggering negative 37 cents. Surprised? Amid a whirlwind of historic events, this singular incident changed the game, fueling an era where oil futures soared and where gas prices became record-breaking. How did one of the most disastrous days for the oil market herald an era of monumental industry profits? It signaled the dawn of the scarcity era, rewriting the rulebook for the oil industry. Cast your mind back about 3 decades. Here's a captivating tale. The independent Republic of Azerbaijan emerged as the Soviet Union began disintegrating. This event showcased a massive oil reservoir underneath the Caspian Sea, becoming a golden ticket for the Western oil conglomerates. With the USSR dominating oil production for years, a cartel named OPEC, consisting of major oil producers from the Middle East, Africa, and South America, began overshadowing Washington. But the Caspian's potential could balance the scales. Historically, Azerbaijan was a titan in oil exports, contributing over half of the global supply. However, decades of neglect transformed this giant into a minnow. To reclaim its past glory, they needed massive investments. The streets of Baku, Azerbaijan's capital, became a hub for oil moguls, each trying to strike a lucrative deal. In 1994, 10 giants came together, forging the contract of the century. They embarked on a journey to harness the Caspian's rich oil fields. The supply chain was in motion, but how would they market it? The Caspian, interestingly, is not connected to the vast ocean. Azerbaijan historically used rail to transport oil to the Black Sea. But this method had its drawbacks. Pipelines emerged as the most promising solution, given their safety and cost-effectiveness. However, creating a pipeline would mean overcoming immense geographical and political challenges, leading to the birth of one of the most expensive pipelines ever crafted. Every success story in the oil world is paired with tales of challenges. The unpredictability of the oil market is a double-edged sword for nations. OPEC, with its member countries, tried countering this volatility by regulating global supply, owning a massive 40% of the world's oil production. And here's a fascinating nugget. The cost of producing oil isn't always proportional to its market price. Factors ranging from geopolitics, production constraints, and investor sentiments play a role, making the journey from a crude barrel to the gas in your car incredibly intricate. Consider this scenario. Thousands of barrels, after a complicated journey, arrive at the port of Los Angeles. They are refined, treated, and transported to various locations. Every step adds to the cost, making up a significant portion of the price you pay at the pump. In essence, the intricate dance of geopolitics, economy, and technology in the oil sector plays a significant role in the price fluctuations we observe. From the vast reservoirs of Azerbaijan to the gas stations in California, the journey of oil is nothing short of extraordinary. The Golden State, despite being a hub of innovation and the 5th largest economy in the world, has some unique challenges when it comes to energy. With the Sierra Nevada mountains on one side and the vast Pacific Ocean on the other, the logistical challenges of getting gasoline to its sprawling cities are magnified. This geographical confinement means that often, oil needs to be shipped in, rather than transported by pipelines or rail, adding additional costs to each gallon of gasoline. Moreover, while we see an increasing shift to renewable energy sources, the transition isn't instantaneous. Electric vehicles, EVs, are indeed gaining ground, and California leads the charge in the US. However, the majority of vehicles on Californian roads still run on gasoline. And every time global oil prices shift, the ripples are felt deeply at every Californian gas pump. Now, let's diverge a little and understand the future implications. With climate change concerns on the rise, there's a global push to move away from fossil fuels. Countries are investing heavily in green energy, from solar to wind to geothermal. But oil, despite its environmental implications, remains a dominant energy source. The big question is, for how long? Enter the investing path. While the world's dependency on oil won't vanish overnight, as savvy investors, it's crucial to read the signs. Traditional oil giants are already diversifying, investing in renewable energy, and transforming into energy conglomerates rather than just oil companies. The investment landscape is evolving, and those who adapt will thrive. Those stuck in the past, well, their future is less certain. With renewable energy becoming cheaper and more efficient, countries that heavily rely on oil exports might find their economies threatened. So, where should you, as an investor, place your bets? It's essential to understand the landscape, the players, and the game's rules. Diversification is key. If you're enjoying this deep dive and want to stay updated with the changing tides of the investment world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join the Investing Path community, where we decode the complexities of the financial world, offering insights, analyses, and strategies tailored for our ever-evolving global economy. Now, back to our oil narrative. While we've spoken about its future, it's worth noting the present challenges. Political instability in oil-rich regions, trade wars, and the ever-looming threat of another global economic downturn are all factors affecting oil prices. With the recent pandemic's after-effects still being felt, economies are in recovery mode, and oil consumption patterns are shifting. But before we wrap up, let's touch on another pressing issue: societal implications. While the financial aspects of the oil industry are indeed captivating, we must not forget the human factor. Oil-rich regions have historically faced both booms and busts, affecting local communities profoundly. When prices soar, jobs are plenty, and local economies flourish. But when they plummet, the downturn can be devastating. It's not just about global politics or market dynamics. It's about the lives of everyday people whose well-being is intrinsically tied to the ebbs and flows of the oil market. Consider the small towns built around drilling operations or refineries. They experience firsthand the repercussions of a volatile market. Furthermore, there's the environmental angle. Oil spills, air pollution, and habitat destruction are grim realities tied to oil extraction and transportation. As responsible investors and consumers, it's our duty to acknowledge these impacts and advocate for better practices, ensuring that our investments don't come at the expense of the environment or disenfranchised communities. As we peer into the horizon, it's clear that the intersection of finance, society, and environment is becoming increasingly complex. Yet, therein lies the opportunity to harness this complexity, to craft informed, ethical investment strategies, and to pave the way for a balanced and prosperous future for all. That's all for today's episode, folks. If you found this enlightening, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Investing Path for more deep dives into the world of investments. Till next time.